How's it going, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be recreating different movie Sonic renders within Blender. Now, if it wasn't already obvious in the thumbnail, yes, I am going to be using Ready, my OC for this video. Why? Because I can, but also because I want to improve with my pausing. You may be thinking that my pausing and rendering is quite good, but even I have to admit, I can do much better. I mean, look at this render. You may also be thinking, well, you have a movie Sonic rig, why not just use that? And to that, I will say that I don't really see the point in recreating a movie Sonic pose using a movie Sonic rig. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be using my dude. Really, the sole purpose of this video is to try and improve at posing and lighting a character and teach you something. Before I actually begin, I do want to talk about what makes a character render look good, because I think especially with Sonic fans who are always complaining about the renders from the games on Twitter, understanding what makes a good character render might help people see why it's such a hot topic. A good character render consists of two main things: lighting and posing. You could argue that the background is also important, and while I do agree, this video is only focusing on the other two since these are only character renders and not a full scene. When it comes to posing, you want to make sure that your posing isn't stiff. If it's stiff, it will look unnatural, which is why when posing, it's important that you use some kind of reference. As I will show you in a minute, I will be using the movie Sonic renders as reference so I can try and get each render I do to look as one-to-one as possible. Think of the 12 principles of animation, secondary motion in particular. Have your character be doing something else while doing another thing. Say you're rendering a character walking, have them fidgeting with their hands or arms. This doesn't just add visual flair, but it also adds to a character's personality. Do they have a silly personality, or are they more serious? Use your posing to help a character express their personality. This is extremely important, especially for Sonic characters, because they all have their unique personalities. Sonic is more laid back and carefree, Tails is loyal, kind and curious, you name it. You want your render to look visually pleasing and also tell a story. Appeal is also important. You want your render to look attractive to the person who is looking at it. Appeal also links to lighting. When lighting a character, you want to make sure it stands out against a background and isn't flat. If you have flat lighting, the character you're rendering will blend in too much with the background and will make them hard to see. And if you're doing a character-driven scene, where your character is the main part of what you're going to be looking at, whether your character is delivering emotion or not, the way you light your scene is extremely important. As I mentioned at the start of this section of the video, while yes, I am only doing character renders and not an entire scene, making sure your lighting makes your character stand out is still important. Lighting in real life is not flat. Everything casts a shadow, and that should be reflected with the 3D characters, otherwise it looks like an obvious CG creation. Now that we have some kind of understanding of what makes a character render look great and appealing, let's get into recreating some of the movie Sonic renders from the Sonic movies. So I've picked out 5 different Sonic movie promo renders from each of the 3 available movies. 2 from the first, 2 from the second, and 1 from the third movie. I'm going to show me doing the first one, do a time lapse of me doing the rest, and then show the final results. If I were to do all of them without the time lapse, this video would be like 5 years long. So for the sake of time, I will keep it short. Also, there's just no point in me showing the same process for each different pose. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so to start off, we're going to start by getting rid of that. Import a reference image. Not that one. Here. And we've got our reference images. So we're going to start off with one from the first movie. Look at our rig. Get rid of all this stuff because we don't need it. Delete that too. And remove that. That's running like ass, but doesn't matter. Drag Ready in front of it. I'll rotate him around 180 degrees. Okay, he's still a bit too small. Just looking at the pause, it's kind of like that. It's good that we're doing it from this angle too, because we can actually just eyeball it if we need to. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but I just want to get as close as I possibly can. That's his, yeah, that's his back wheel. Awesome. This one here. Tell you what we can do. We can cheat that a bit by just scaling it in. All right, the legs. You know, actually, this will help a lot if I open up the image editor. You can use something like F. You can use something like PureF. So I'm going to bend, move his leg into place. Oh. And for this, maybe his foot a bit. Take your time with this, because if it doesn't look right, it might look a bit silly. Or don't. I mean, I'm not here to dictate what you do. I'm just here to be a teacher. Okay, that looks... Okay, yeah, it's okay. To be fair, here it just looks like he's doing some kind of karate thing. Okay, from here, I'm a bit confused. Does anyone actually know what this pose is based off? I actually would be really interested to know what this pose is based off. Yeah, I'd say that's fairly okay. Maybe do this one a bit. It does look a bit like that his foot's curved a little bit. So we'll do the same here. Alright, so we'll focus on the arms. Right, for the arms. The arms and hands at least. So bring his shoulder up a little, bring his shoulder up like that a bit. Bring it back. Use the fist controls. Bring his hand into a fist as roughly the same. Something like that? Yeah. Take a look at the other hand. It looks... Now what I can do is just select all that. Pause, copy pause. Paste pause flipped. Judging by the way that eye is orientated on that image, it looks like it needs rotating. Oh wow, I got near perfect on that hand. I got near perfect on that hand. Consider me surprised. It will focus on the glove cuff. Okay, we'll do the same with this time. We'll do... Bring it forward a little bit. Oh well, that's close. Ah, that's close enough. If need be, I can take some creative liberties. Actually, now that I think about it, rude. One thing I do want to do real quick is add a pull them out a bit. Now, to be fair, here I could actually do something different with the face and have it do a different facial expression. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks if I give him an unamused look. Shit. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really vibe with it. You know, another side note, it's completely weird how Sonic has such a huge mouth. Am I the only one who thinks that? Probably. Yeah, I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. You know what, that's actually not that bad. Alright, let's check it out in render view. Go back to the rendering tab, change that to 115. The noising data. Down to here, transparent. Pick HDRI. Don't have it too strong because it will. Yeah, don't have it too strong. Yeah, something like that. All right, now we'll do. You want a strong one from the side. Don't light it from all angles. Well, that's kind of what the HDRI does, but don't light it all from all angles with the area lamps because then it looks there's no shadow. Like, see, one side's brighter, the other stays darker. And you can... It looks a bit fucked from the back, but that's just the fun of pausing. Okay, so we'll render that out. And then I'll do the time-lapse for the rest. So I decided to only do a time lapse of me doing one of them because I thought that having to watch a time lapse for the 4 other poses would get a bit boring after a while. But anyway, here we have the 5 renders. I'm going to be completely honest, I think I could have done a lot better, but I'm still happy with the results. I definitely like the look of these renders. This one could have been a lot better, but that's okay. That's the fun of doing stuff like this, and it goes for anything else. The more you practice, the better you get. Like, for example, this one with tails, while yes, I didn't exactly get the lighting correct on my OC, that's okay, because it tells me that I have something that I need to work on. I'm still happy with all of them at the end of the day, and I definitely do hope you at least learn something, whether you are watching the video just to learn something or following along. With that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you learned something new. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe as it helps the channel out a lot, and also be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss a Blender video. And of course, if you decide to try any of these out for yourself, feel free to tag me on Twitter or send it in the Discord. With all that being said though, thank you so much for watching today's video, and as always, keep on speeding and have an absolutely fantastic day.